Let's have fun with this one. I see so many trends reshaping the fitness industry now in early 2026. So I decided to do my very own tier list of the loudest of them. Just a reminder, this list is fully based on my opinions. So if you feel otherwise, come and convince me in comment section. To introduce the categories of today's auction sale, this is the result of my imagination. Peak Performance is top tier, all-in approved, a real game changer and worth building your workout plans around. Solid Gains is definitely a strong yes. Effective and not addictive, legit but still situational. Works great if it fits, generally smart, just not my favorite. Niche Fit is not bad, but not necessary. Somewhat meh gains. Fine for some, and I get it, but I'm not sold. Looks cool does little. Seems like a sweat tax, mostly pointless and misleading. And Scam Energy is trash science and a marketing hole, for me personally. So first, I call it PhilosoFitness. Lately, fitness has become so much more philosophical. We no longer train for a summer shape or to get a solid booty. We train for life. We think of what we would dream of doing in our 90s. It's a voice of reason, finally. We think of purposeful movement. We have a far-looking intention. I'd qualify this trend as a long-term player that will stay with us way after 2026. Peak performance, definitely. Next, joyful aging. Here we are with this modern eldership kind of social correctness. Would you choose to hit a healthy 90 or to live forever? If you're not Brian Johnson, you can't choose both. The good news is that aging is not so scary anymore. We know now that we are not doomed to frailty. And moreover, you can start training later in your life and still see benefits. Also a peak performance trend for me. Creatine. Here is what's interesting. It's not only longevity that runs the show. The whole fitness realm has gotten a somewhat holistic approach. We no longer see our body shape or muscle form separately from the whole body system. We care more about brain function, mental clarity, emotional resilience. So guess what's on horseback nowadays? Creatine. Recent research showed that creatine not only boosts muscle power and muscle growth, it actually supports brain function and seems to be especially effective if you've been sleep deprived or emotionally fragile. This is very inspiring, but I put creatine in Solid Gains and not in peak performance. Quite regretfully, because I personally can't take it consistently all year round, even though I really feel stronger while taking it. It pulls too much water into my body, something it is supposed to do, and something I can't get fully accustomed to. It's a girl thing, I'm sure. I like being slim, light, and delicately constructed. Brick phone blocker. Returning to mental health, I'm shocked by how many fitness and other area influencers are pushing this stuff. It's insane. Since when did we actually start to need an external device to prevent us from doom scrolling and do something useful instead? We even have a new expression now, to brick oneself. Really? You guys are fine paying $70 for a piece of plastic to play bad cop for you. So in this context, all the before said mindfulness is simply devalued. Discipline, being an adult and being responsible, this is a real thing. Just listen, this is crazy how they all say the same script.
You ever feel like your phone controls too much of your life? Well, this thing just fixed that. It's called Brick, and it changed everything for me. But before I get into why, I just gotta say, this is not sponsored. I'm making this video,
but I genuinely believe this thing changed my life.
Of the Brick from someone who is not affiliated with the company or being paid to talk about this.
It's not an ad. We bought this with our own money. It's improved my life so much in the past couple weeks, and I do feel like it's made my mental health so much better.
I can't believe it. A part of our society refuses to grow up, and the other part is benefiting from it. This goes straight to the scam energy. End of story. Movement Temperance. The era of thoughtless overreaching gave way to movement durability. We use our wearables to analyze our training metrics against sleep, heart rate variability, breathing patterns, and body temperature. We are guided by algorithms to aim for an optimal training load and to avoid overtraining. Balance of effort and recovery is a new guideline. It is beautifully aligned with injury prevention, the whole longevity concept, and increasing health span in general. We all know that elite sport is not about health, so temperance is wisdom. I put it in solid gains just because I personally am still not good at moderating my fitness ambitions. I've repeatedly been injured because of this, but still tend to overreach. Preventative PT. This one is maybe an inheritor of preventative medicine that is successfully reshaping the 21st century. Now we adopt the same approach in the fitness field. Before you even think of a possible injury, reach out to a professional PT to check out your fitness activities for potential risks and preventative interventions. Preventative mobility drills and other fancy movements are now normalized. Everybody is aiming for neuromuscular efficiency, mobility, movement freedom, deeper range of motion, better strength at the bottom range. Few still think of hypertrophy. Hypertrophy has been decrowned. Muscle should not be big, it should be functional. I'm having a hard time here. I see the point, but I also recognize that it can be overwhelming for some people, especially for beginners. I put it in the niche fit category. Definitely for advanced users. If you are a beginner, you should focus on foundational programming, building a simple structure around multi-joint basic exercises, and only after you've done it long enough to have specific performance goals and a considerable weekly training load, you might think of preventative PT, weird movement patterns, and corrective exercises. The end of diet era. So we decrowned hypertrophy as a physical aspect, but we are still very concerned about building and maintaining muscle. So we don't want to follow those aggressive diet plans that lead to massive muscle loss. We've learned to prioritize protein in the food and to structure carbs around our training sessions. Do you see where it leaves us? We no longer consent to fit everybody diets. We know we are all different and we have our own food preferences, so we are all informed that the diet may and should be personalized. And furthermore, we have AI, so meal planning becomes a stressless game. My thoughts on this trend of personalization is somewhat confused. For me, it's all the same as before, just in a new packaging. I really think that it's a new rep of the sticking to the diet that suits you most idea. So, looks cool, does little tier. I don't like marketing selling me the old stuff as a new toy. Not really. AI coach. Now this one is hot. Everyone is playing this game now. And what is amazing that AI can really build appropriate, very personalized training plans. But on the flip side is that it strongly depends on your ability to write proper prompts, and moreover on your understanding of how it may be unstable, even word choice or word sequence depending. As a general rule of thumb, to receive a plan that actually works, you should not accept the very first AI answer and be ready to readjust your task in several consecutive prompts, clarifying and giving specificity and as much detail as you can possibly provide. So this one goes to the niche fit category. Just because I still believe in human interactions and professionalism, as well as I believe in the importance of self-education and critical thinking on the user side, to be able to estimate the AI answers properly and not to blindly rely on its compiling abilities. So here we are, quite an even distribution, not planned but eye-pleasing. Thank you for watching, and if you have any thoughts on the latest trends, reach out to me in the comment section.